35192. Text you can watch if you like at alancoxshow.com.
And we got Christie's Instagram hotties up there.
Look at that.
You don't have to call no number to go see that. You can go to alancoxshow.com, look at some boobs and some butts.
I don't know if it's still around, but almost 5 years ago, if you lived in New York, there was an app called Airbnb for bathroom emergencies, where if you were, you know, somebody described it as the worst designed app they've ever used, but it's still crazy helpful. So there you go. But again, I don't know if that's still around. Alan, I carry baby wipes in my lunchbox, and if I feel like it's going to be a dirty trip to the bathroom, I will bring them with me. Yeah, I understand that. I mean, it's in your lunchbox, right? I mean, if you're on the site.
You're not walking in with a roll, though, about to do some damage. Everybody stand back. Can we get some police tape for this room?
Yeah, we need to cordon this area off right now.
I feel like if people do that more frequently, they will make a policy where you have to buy something. Like a
lot of places do. We've got a level 5 hazmat situation here.
Look out for this guy. He comes in every Wednesday on his lunch break. He brings a roll of toilet paper with him. Watch him.
Well, in the bigger places where they have a policy of, you know, they're not public restrooms or whatever, but boy, people just ignore that. Exactly. There's homeless guys in there.
Washing up.
Man, I will never forget. It was probably the summer before we moved to Cleveland, in the grocery store that we went to closest to us. There's a chain in Chicago called Jewel grocery stores. And the one near us was huge. And yeah, they had a bathroom, a men's room and a women's room back by the greeting cards. And, you know, you pretty much knew that if you opened that door, you were going to find something nightmarish in there, right? But I found myself, I was just walking through grabbing a couple of things, and I felt the bottom drop out. And I'm like, I got to get in there.
What do you mean you felt,
Oh, you know, like you'll be walking, be like, oh.
Yeah, once it moves to another level. You're like, oh, I feel kind of full. And then you're like, oh, that's why.
Yes, that's right.
Move to the basement.
Yeah. My stomach was playing Tetris, and the L just fell.
Gotcha.
So, I'm like, I got to get in there. And I opened it up. In my mind going, maybe I'm blowing this out of proportion, if you'll allow me a small pun.
Maybe it's my lucky day.
Maybe it's my lucky day. Maybe the cleaning crew has just gone through. And again, this wasn't like a hood store or anything, you know, where there were people sleeping in the alcoves or anything. And I open it up, and it looked like a Saw movie had just shot in there.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, okay, I was like I scrubbed every possible area that I might be touching before I did anything. I hovered over the bowl.
Yeah, but the problem with hovering is then you get splashback.
But it's but I
mean, it's
you gotta
risk
do what
and
you
reward.
gotta do.
Yeah. Risk and reward, yeah. I hovered as low as I possibly could. Without touching anything.
Get low.
I got low between my my squats and my Kegels, Bill. I was in good shape.
That's good. You've been training for this this moment your whole life.
That's city living.
I've never squatted. I guess
I flipped the seat up, so I squatted over the ceramic bowl. I didn't want anything near me that might, you know. You've never squatted over a toilet seat?
Never had to squat. Never. And like there have been times where I have used, you know, public restrooms, but they were like, you know, you close the door. And I'm like, like I'm going to commit, like I'll put toilet paper around the seat, but no, I'm not a squatter.
I mean, if you're in like a club or something, if you're in like an old grungy punk club or something, it's like everybody's
pooped at those clubs?
Oh, sure.
Dude, like pooped everywhere, man.
What's the place that the hell was it? Not the Hellfire Club. What did the Funhouse used to be? The Spitfire, all right? They were notorious for just having one of those bathrooms. No door, half a seat, right? It was beautiful. I loved it. Because everybody's in the same boat. Like, you know what's up. You're half in the bag anyway, so who cares? You're not going to have homeless people sleeping in there. Yeah, dive bar bathrooms. But boy, if you're frequenting a place where there are like human beings using that room, you know, you walk in, there's a guy like trying to take a bath in the sink. That's a whole other situation. That's not a situation that squatting over the bowl is going to save you from.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Alan, Hobby Lobby bathrooms are the best for rocking the stalls. Wow. All right.
I'll make note, but can't poop on a Sunday.
That's right. Well, they're not open on a Sunday.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can't drop mud on a Sunday at a Hobby Lobby.
I feel like going into like a Boston Market bathroom would probably be the best because there's a bunch of old people. Like they already know what it is. Like they have everything prepared. I feel like I've never been in one, but I just assume that they're used.
You've never been in a Boston Market?
I've never,
Not in the bathroom.
not in
Oh, in the
the
bathroom,
Boston Market
okay.
bathroom. But I feel like anywhere where there's a lot of senior citizens, I feel like they
feel like
hold
it's the opposite.
No, I feel like they hold themselves to higher standards. They're like, all right, you know.
Boy, I have never known that to be the case.
No.
I think old people, by and large, have a view on the world that's like, I made it this far. I don't care what happens now.
It's not like the...
Somebody's going to come through and clean that. That little Mexican boy's going to come in here and clean this up. I don't care.
Yeah, and it's not like they're in charge of keeping it clean. That's up to... I mean, that's a case by
like
case.
older people complain.
Any food place can be hit or miss. Some are very nice and some aren't.
Okay.
But that's why I go with Kohl's, because it generally is unused. Especially like a place where there's just not... I don't know. There's not a lot of people that go to Kohl's and be like, man, I got to take a dump.
True.
You know, you're trying on pants, a Mark Anthony shirt,
like,
and you're like, oh, man,
If you're in a Target, forget about it.
something's coming over me. Well, they practically have guards at some of the Target bathrooms. They're like, what do you got to do?
Finish up in there.
That's right.
Don't you dare bring anything with you.
Yeah. They're like, number one or number two? It's 2 to stand, 1 to sit.
I was going to say.
They're peeling off the toilet paper for you as you go in.
Yes.
They'll treat it as like, you said you wanted water.
Yeah.
Why are you getting lemonade? You said you were doing number 1. Why are you doing number 2?
Yeah, it's like a house party. They got somebody standing guard. They have a bathroom sentry.
What's that movie where they're selling admission to the bathroom to raise money?
PCU.
PCU, there
Yep.
it is, yeah.
2 to stand, 4 to sit, or
Yeah.
5 to sit. Alan Duluth Trading Company. Best store to take a dump.
Ooh.
Stand by
I like
this.
that place.
Bill likes that
There's
store.
there's not a ton of those, though.
Yeah, I've never
There's
even
a lot
heard of
more
that.
Kohl's, but Duluth is good. I like that store a lot.
Well, that's how they lure you in to buy that underwear. They have an amazing bathroom.
Yeah.
You have a situation. They go, we've got this great underwear for you.
It's great underwear.
I went in there
like
one
it.
time. I went in there one time on your recommendation, and we were admittedly looking for something else. But I remembered you saying, and I've seen the commercials for the underwear. Except I got to tell you, I was overwhelmed by the different kinds they have. I didn't expect that. I was like, here's the construction site boxers.
Yeah, there's
and buy a
different kinds.
pair.
I just
oh
get
my God.
I get the buck naked.
It was a
Those
whole
are the
wall
ones.
of them.
Yeah.
Buck naked. All right.
Those are the ones I like.
They have little Speedos in here? I've never even heard of this place.
Duluth, there's one out in Avon. There's
Yeah.
a couple of them in the area.
They have, like,
You've never seen the ads or the TV commercial? They do a lot of marketing.
no, I've never seen it.
All right.
Yeah, they're probably not focused on him.
They got banana hammocks.
They're not focused on a guy who wears boxers?
It says sissy pouch panty, men's silky lace.
Sissy
bikini.
pouch?
It says sissy pouch.
That's a Duluth
That's
product?
a Duluth product?
It
It's
popped
called the
up.
Sissy Pouch?
It said sissy pouch.
What's the website you're on called?
No, I just Googled Duluth trading
Well,
company.
look at the website to make sure you're actually on the right website.
He's on Duluth Training Company. It's something
Yeah.
completely different.
Okay, so this is Amazon. It popped up.
Dummy.
But still, I didn't know what it was.
Hey, where do you guys keep the sissy pouches?
Yeah, go in there and ask for some sissy pouches. See what they say.
Yep. It's for real men shopping in there.
Hey, you never know what their wives might want.
Yeah. Yeah, Meijer has super clean bathrooms. I was just in Meijer over the weekend.
Where's that? There's a Meijer in Avon.
Out in
right?
Avon.
Yeah.
On Nagel, right off the highway.
I like me a Meijer.
Yeah. And I have always enjoyed, hotel lobby bathrooms.
Those are
great,
good as
but
well.
they've made those harder to get into.
Yeah.
Because they knew people could just come
Word
off the
has
street.
spread, yeah.
Word has spread.
So they're a little more like, so what are you doing here? Just coming in here to take a dump in our bathroom? Get out.
And you have to first pretend like you're staying there. And there's really no way to convey that non-verbally. So you're just like, oh, I think I forgot my card. Oh,
and
darn
you,
it.
And you have to walk in there like you know where the bathroom is. If you know where the bathroom is, a lot of the hotels have the same a similar layout.
Yeah, like a Holiday Inn or something.
You're kind of walking in and then making that left or that right past the lobby. And it's
You act like you've been there before.
Yeah, and it's a gamble.
Yeah.
Because if you go right and it's not that way, then you're doubling back and you're like,
The jig is up.
I'm just looking to take a poop here.
Yeah. And depending on what time of day, if it's in the afternoon where they're not that busy and you've got that eagle eye person. Listen, I worked in the hotel business. I know when somebody's coming in to take a dump. So you gotta meet them in the middle there.
Just slip them a Mickey or like a 5. Just go, hey, not a Mickey.
Oh,
Don't
slip
drug
a
'em.
Mickey?
Just slip them a 5. Be like,
Yeah,
"Here,
all right, Cosby.
I'm gonna take a dump.
You
Make
slip
sure
him a
I'm not
Lincoln.
disturbed, yeah.
Honest Abe. I'm buying your silence. Why don't you go over to the gift shop?
Let
get
it breathe, sir. Let it breathe.
Here's $5. That's how much a good pair of foam earplugs will cost you at the gift shop, and you're going to need them in about 35 seconds. So if you could go in there and do that, you might want to do that. I was reading, there are times where I can understand where my conservative brothers are coming from when they talk about political correctness run amok. And it's usually in starker focus around Halloween, because a lot of people are talking about somebody's offensive Halloween costume. And for me, it's largely like, if you're not dressing in blackface, and if you're not dressing like like Speedy Gonzales, you're probably okay, right? But Teen Vogue, don't ask, published an article about how not to be offensive with your Halloween costume. And they basically had like every kind of costume on this thing. I'm
So
like,
don't dress
how?
up? Now, would I be okay to dress as Fat Thor? Is that fat shaming?
I think Fat Thor's probably okay.
Okay.
But it just went above. Listen, I understand Teen Vogue. They don't want there to be any issues with their girls who read this thing. They don't want anybody getting in trouble, so they're probably being overly protective. But they're like, some of the obvious ones, they're like, yeah, you don't want to do a pimps and hoes thing. Leashes and chains are no good. You don't want to go in blackface. You don't want to go as Caitlyn and or Bruce Jenner. Some people would do the old
Half and half.
yeah, dressing like Bruce, but then you have boobs and a wig. And then they got, they're like, don't dress like an Arab. Don't dress like Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein or any other sexual offender.
Any other Me
Which,
Toos.
again, all true, But then they get into like Dia de los Muertos, right? Which is the Day of the Dead. That's become a very big style over here. It's
That's
like
what won the costume contest.
that it is like
Yeah.
a voodoo queen at our Halloween bash. I didn't associate it with that, but you're right. Because it's a Mexican holiday, and it's to honor people who have passed away, and it's a big cultural thing. But you'll see over here, candy skull keychains. I never thought of it that way. And they're like, don't dress up like a convict, because mass incarceration is a real problem.
Oh, come on.
So I'm like, all right, guys. I mean, yeah, not everybody.
incarceration.
You're right. Not everybody wants to dress up like a hot dog, though. I mean, you will get to the point where it's like you're going to have to really think about a costume. And yeah, it's stupid. I get it. It's Halloween. You're a grown up. They're like, don't dress like a Native American or a geisha or literally any other culture. Don't dress up like any
What's a sha?
other a geisha. What's a sha? This guy.
I get the
He's a
whole thing
hetero
again.
sha and a geisha.
I was like, yeah, they should be dressing like a sha.
Yeah. Shush
dare
with
they?
your sha. It's a Japanese man who
Is that one of the categories? A sha?
a sha. Yeah. Who are you
Top
supposed to
bottom
be? I'm a sha.
Twink.
So anyway, I know that they're probably trying to be overprotective. By the time you get to convict, a lot of girls that might want to wear like a black and white striped foxy tube dress or something. I'm here representing the unfair nature of mass incarceration. That's what you want to hear for Halloween.
This is going to be a fun party. Can't wait to get here and party with this lady.
Yeah, dress as your favorite societal ill. That's the theme of my Halloween party.
Can you dress as your favorite SJW?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
And that's why
Again, it is absolutely gross if you were, and people did it for a few years, but you'll always see like a guy in a Cosby sweater and a bottle of pills and whatever. Like, yeah, that's pretty gross, and it's for me, I don't think it's just not that funny, but I'm sure some people think it's hilarious.
one of my college roommates dressed as who was the pedophile from Penn State?
Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, he dressed as Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, but what does that costume look like? A gray wig, and then you got to tell everybody that you're Jerry Sandusky?
Pretty much. He had the Penn State shirt on.
Oh, Penn State shirt.
He had like a sweater and then a Penn State shirt on top of the sweater, and then he had like a porn stash. And
But Jerry Sandusky didn't have a porn
I know
stash.
he just wanted to be offensive, and then he kept asking, or people kept asking, like, "When are you supposed to be?" He's like, "I'm Jerry Sandusky," and they're like, "Dude, too soon."
Well, no,
'Cause that
but
was,
he
like,
didn't
right
have a
after it happened.
mustache.
Yeah, I know.
So what was the point of the mustache?
he just wanted to look like a pedophile, and he just
that's
wore Penn State.
That's why
He was
these
going with like a stereotypical.
right, but that's
pedophile
why
look.
these like I'm trying to be
He was
edgy
trying to be
costumes
offensive.
are so stupid because you put on an extra layer that it doesn't require.
Yep.
You'd be like, okay, if you were Jerry Sandusky, that would still be a dopey costume, but at least I'd get it.
And he wasn't fat either.
I don't understand Jerry Sandusky with a mustache.
Yeah, he pretty much
Either
looked
be
like,
a 70s porn star or be Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, no. It didn't fit with me. I was like, you're really going to go to... Because I was like, I don't want to go to a party with him. Like, I loved him. He was fun. But I'm like, you're calling too much attention. Like, if you get jumped, like, I feel like as your roommate, I'm obligated to jump in. And I'm not trying to jump in. I just want to drink.
Slapping sound.
But I also don't think, the party you were going to, if it's like college kids or whatever, I don't think they're going to get upset at Jerry Sandusky.
The dudes thought it was funny.
There were no parents in that room of small children.
No, the dudes thought it was funny. The girls were like, that's offensive. And they're like, it's too soon. Because this was like maybe a year or so
Girl in a
after-
Pocahontas costume telling you it's too soon.
Yeah, she was like, it's too soon. That's not funny. I have family there. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Shut up.
And by the way, I love the too soon argument. When is an appropriate time to dress as Jerry Sandusky for Halloween? You know what? Give it 5 more Halloweens and then
it's
go
not
as the
relevant
pedophile.
anymore.
Some
Yeah.
buffer time. Yeah.
Because there were also the dudes walking around as Jared from Subway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'd have a shirt on and carrying a foot long or whatever.
But that's a lot more attainable. Like, you can carry a Subway sandwich and be fat and dark-haired, then you can pull off the whole...
Right, but again, if you were to be like, what's your costume this year? I'm going as a famous pedophile. Like, what?
How fun.
What? Yeah, it's a good time. It's a couple's costume. Hey, Phil.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on, Phil?
Hey, you were talking about underwear earlier,
Yeah.
and it made me remember this crazy commercial I've seen. I don't know if you guys seen it yet, but there's a little boy. He goes up to his dad in the house, and he's like, Dad, I think I just got my period. And then it shows 2 other dudes with tattoos passing tampons underneath the stall, and some other people walking and stuff, and another couple making out. They're about to have sex. And the guy tells the girl, he's like, I think I had my period. And she goes, me too, it's okay. And then it shows a black pair of underwear, and underneath it says, the first underwear designed to absorb your period. And like me and my wife,
Why are all the guys wearing? I don't understand the commercial.
I know that's the only thing that was sort of like weird, because it's a legit commercial. It'll
Yeah.
get you laughing and staring at it, but then at the end, it's like, wouldn't it be easier if we all understood? And then it showed the underwear, and it says that it absorbs the period juice.
Juice. Period.
Juice. Well, I'm looking at a website called Ruby Love, and it says no leaks, no stains, maximum protect. It says it absorbs up to 3 tampons worth. Oh man.
No, I mean we're all men, and we've been around women, and they probably live with you.
They're $20 a pair.
When you go into the bathroom afterwards, like, you smell the pennies. You know, I'm like, what kind of person would walk around with underwear filled with 3 tampons worth?
God. I guess maybe you figure your return on investment. If you don't have to buy tampons, you just put these on. You're like, oh, I'm saving myself some money.
Just squishing around town.
Oh God.
Good luck catching a man after that, man. I mean, unless you like.
Well, it's those pheromones, Phil. You know, if you catch a bear, maybe.
There's always someone that's into it.
Yeah, always
You might
somebody's
find
into
the perfect man.
Thank you,
Find your
Phil.
soulmate.
There you go.
Definitely starts to get a little stinky and a little slimy.
Indeed, it does. All right. I'm going to come back with these blood. Hey, what a transition. Blood Prison is going on at the
nailed it.
Mansfield Reformatory. Escape from Blood Prison through November the 3rd out there in Mansfield. Bloodprison.com. Want to look into it? A couple of passes for you after the break. 35192 if you want to text.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.